Hello, Power Rangers fans, and welcome back to Rangers of the Universe. I'm Chris, and a very special 100th video for the channel. I'm going to be showing off, honestly, the favorite piece in my Power Rangers collection, the Super Sentai Ginga-Oh, which is the Lost Galaxy Megazord in Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Now, this is my favorite Megazord, and I was extremely happy to get a hold of the Japanese version of it. I got an excellent price on this a couple years ago, and I absolutely love it. It has die-cast metal with it, with the Japanese version of it. I don't have the American version of the Lost Galaxy Megazord. I'm holding out hope we could get a Zord Ascension Project version so I can get a nice articulated version. But not only am I going to show off this, I'm going to show off some other Lost Galaxy items I've gotten in fairly recently, especially a very hard to find item, the Lights of Orion set. So in Japan, they did a Lights of Orion set for the Megazord. It was like a raffle exclusive type of thing, extremely hard to find. And since I got this back in 2020, I've been searching for it and I finally got a hold of it. But first, going to show off the Lost Galaxy Megazord. Because this is die-cast metal, it definitely has some weight to it. It's probably the heaviest Megazord I have and own. You have the Lion Galactabeast, who forms the body of the Megazord. And in right in here, this is like all die-cast metal right here. This part, it is metal. There's metal right in here. So the top of this chest is metal there, and then they have the metal pieces to the legs right there. And you have the nice paint on the top of the Lion Galactabeast. The paint on this is all accurate. Now I do have some chippings because obviously this is very old. It came out in the late 90s. It came out 98, 99, so it is a very old Megazord and has been out for a very long time. I got it in complete with the box as well. The box was in rough shape, but overall, I got it for an extremely great price. I got it for like $45 without shipping. And then you have the Wildcat Galactabeast. Now there's articulation in the mouth. You can move it. You have the so this is the die-cast metal right here. You have the metal pieces in the arms. Then you have tail has articulation. And then the legs. Yep, so the Wildcat Galactabeast. You have the pink stripes going down it. Accurate to the show. They are very show accurate. Also, I forgot to show the Lion Galactabeast. It does have, so you have the Galaxy Megazord head there. But without that, you also do have the articulation in the mouth. So you can always do that, and it's got articulation with the head too. Then you have the Wolf Galactabeast, again, just like the other two. There's articulation in the mouth. You have the nice paint with it, the die-cast metal there, movement in the legs, and then movement in the tail. And the paint on this is very crisp and precise to the show. It's not stickers with it. Well, those are stickers right there. But other than that, it's painted across. The stickers were already applied. I didn't have to apply any of those. And with the Ape Galactazord, the Ape Galactabeast, you have articulation in the arms movement. You have right here is die-cast metal in it. This is definitely a heavy Zord that with die-cast metal. You have, so one here, I do have the sticker missing there. That was not there. But other than that, that's the only thing that was like wrong with this. You have metal there. You have a shine. Then you have the Ape Galactazord face of it, which looks absolutely fantastic. And then the back showing. The paint application on these are absolutely fantastic. I love this Zord. I'm super happy to have it to my collection. So you have the Condor head. You have movement in the arms. You have movement in the feet, in the legs. And then you do not And you also have movement in the wings, but they just snap back. So you can do that. So you have wing movement there too. You have die cast metal right there. You have sticker application there. That's a sticker there. The paint is absolutely fantastic on these Zords. It's extremely accurate to the show, and I absolutely love this Megazord. Now, let's go ahead and form the Galaxy Megazord. So first, I'm going to take off that. And let's form the legs first. So put the arm in there. All right, the leg in there. So the legs are all set. That's how you form the legs to the Megazord. So we're going to do this. Now let's do the body. There you go. So you push that up, and it goes up front like that. And then put the legs back. And then you take this, and you push the head down that way, and you have the head to the Galaxy Megazord. So that's the body of it. But you're going to take the Zord here. You're going to put the arms down like that. Put the legs up. And you're going to, yep, you're going to line the feet up with right here. And you got that. So you line them up right into the holes and lines there. You've got that. And then you're going to take your lion body and put it in right there. Snap it in. And you want to put the condor head facing straight up. Alright, so now you're going to take the Wildcat Zord, put the legs in, put those legs in, then you're going to turn it like this, put the tail in there. Alright, so this goes on the left arm. So you're going to take the fist of it, and you're going to put the fist on there, and put the arm in. Then you're going to take the wolf sword and put the legs in here. Put the legs in top. And then you're going to turn it, turn the body there. Put the tail back in. And you're going to grab your other fist and put the arm in there. And then you're going to put on the top of the lion thorns. First, the Galaxy Megazord head, and you've got your sword. So you've got the Lost Galaxy Megazord. However, I got in the extremely hard to find Ginga-Oh Lights of Orion parts. So not only did I get those in, but I also got in a special few figures showing off the Lights of Orion power up for Lightning Collection custom figures. So I also got a few of those. Right now, we do have red, blue, and green out for Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So I got Lights of Orion parts for all three of them. However, upon receiving them in, the armband for green had come in broken. So I am having some replacement parts commissioned from Timbri on Instagram and Facebook. So I have him doing a couple parts. Leo's sword is a little busted. I had to glue it back together too. It's a little busted, broke right there. I had to glue it back together. So I'm having some replacement parts made so I can get an extra armband and a new sword for Leo. But eventually those will come in, but didn't want to wait too long on this video. I absolutely love. I got the Lights of Orion parts. I got these as a set on eBay. I won an auction for $42, all three figures, complete with all the Lights of Orion parts. However, the person bought them from Ranger Forge on Etsy, and I really do like the parts. The paint is very accurate on them. Like taking a look at them, you can see it has very accurate paint in the claw. You have the armband there, the other band showing it off, and you do have the Lion Galactic symbol in that Quasar saber. You have to be very fragile with all the bands, and this you have to like glue them on or use some clay. Luckily, those stayed on during transport. As I said, with green, an armband broke, and with red, the saber piece was broken. But I got the saber part glued back together, but could not get Damon's armband. Now you also do have the condor symbol right there. You have the green claw and the green belt piece. You have all the Lights of Orion pieces. Now, for those that don't know, Lost Galaxy was the first season I ever watched, so it only makes sense that video 100 is dedicated to Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, my first season. And I thought, what better way than get a couple cool custom pieces in of my absolutely favorite power up, the Lights of Orion powers. So, as you can see too, in detail, notice this the symbol right there is his ape symbol. They do each, right there, the ape. So, they do each have their own personal symbol in it as well because it also is their color. You have the belt, the armband. I absolutely love the Lights of Orion power up. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I was so glad to be able to finally get these Lights of Orion Megazord pieces in. Now, to get them on the Megazord, was an extremely hard grab. This set also contained, in the US, we didn't see a Lights of Orion power up for like the Toro Zord, but in Japan, they did have one for him that was like an axe. This set for all these pieces usually is around like 150 to 200 depending. I got my set for 52, but it was missing the Toro Zord pieces. So I do unfortunately still have to find those, but it was just worth it to me to be able to get, in general, the Lights of Orion parts. So you just plug in here and just slide it in right there, and you see you've got Lights of Orion part there. And then you take your sword and you plug in the pieces right there, and you have the Lights of Orion saber too. So I absolutely love this Megazord. I love the Lights of Orion power up. I think it's a fantastic power up for the Megazord. And not only that, I recently got in a hard to find monster, Captain Mutiny. Now, it's hard to find Captain Mutiny with the hook. Finding him with a hook complete like this is extremely difficult. He is very high priced. I got him in excellent condition like this. Like the only thing is there's a couple marks on the cape as you see there, which this figure came out in 1999. You have Captain Mutiny's head. I got this figure for $10 on eBay in an auction complete with the hook. And as I said, finding the hook is extremely rare. A lot of these Captain Mutiny figures do not come with the hook. They're extremely hard to get. So this was a latest grab of mine. I got these on eBay for an excellent price at auction. I'm also getting new ones because I kind of got some paper glued to it as well. So that's why I'm commissioning with Timbri to get more new Leo parts. They only print parts for Leo right now. So I'll have an extra red claw, and then I'll have extras on all the cuffs, as well as a red Galaxy Saber, which is good because I need a new red Galaxy Saber, and a new armband for Damon. But overall, these are absolutely fantastic. I mean, Ranger Forge definitely do a great job on this. I know their shipping is high. I have looked at some pieces, which since I have three of them, I'll probably pick up when Lost Galaxy Yellow and Pink come out for Lightning Collection. I'll shop for Ranger Forge to get the other two Lights of Orion pieces because I mean, gotta have the set. And not only that, I mean, Ginga Man, they did make, I forget what their name for the Lights of Orion is, but they did release pieces of these with Lights of Orion power ups. Now, I do have red, blue, green, and pink all in my Bayi warehouse, so I do have all four of them. I'm definitely going to get them shipped over and do a video on them once I can finally find yellow. Lights of Orion Yellow, the Ginga Man version, is proving extremely difficult to find. I am not having an easy time finding those, but finding that one. But overall, I mean, I absolutely love Lights of Orion. It's my favorite power up. You know, with this being video 100, I want to do a video on my favorite season that really got Power Rangers started for me, got me into Power Rangers, and I thought, what better way than one of my absolute most favorite pieces of my collection, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, my favorite Megazord, my favorite Red Ranger, and one of my favorite Ranger teams in general. I mean, Damon is one of my favorite Green Rangers, and I absolutely love Kai. I think he's a very underrated Blue Ranger. Overall, Lost Galaxy is a season that I think has aged very well, and I think is an amazing season. It's my favorite, so I want to make video 100 about the first season I ever saw, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. And what better way than just in time too? I got my favorite at these awesome Lights of Orion pieces I got in auction. I won these in auction. They just came in a on Tuesday before Once and Always debuted. I got them right before then. And overall, I mean, if you're able to get a hold of a Lost Galaxy Megazord, I highly recommend it. I mean, this Megazord is heavy as hell. With the die cast in it, this is a very heavy Megazord. You know, I saw a couple at Power Morphicon. I almost picked up the US black and gold variant of the Lost Galaxy Megazord, but I passed because I spent money on a lot of other things. I bought a complete edition Ranger key set, which I've done a review on, and yeah, a lot of morphers. At Power Morphicon, shockingly, Lost Galaxy is one of the seasons I did not pick anything up for because I have a lot of Lost Galaxy stuff already. And yeah, Lost Galaxy is probably the season where I try collecting like everything because I just love that season so much and it's a big part of my collection. I mean, yeah, I highly recommend. You know, I'm holding out hope that one day the Hasbro team gives us a Lightning Collection Lights of Orion 5 pack. I mean, I would absolutely love that. But I mean, I see that unlikely is coming for a 5 pack, the Lights of Orion happening. So right now I'm sticking with doing the custom pieces because, you know, this is something that I want to add to my collection and I'd love to have in it. The Lights of Orion variants. I'm just hoping, you know, my next big search that I'm doing for figure wise is the 1999 Lost Galaxy Red Armored Ranger. I am searching so much for that figure. So, if anybody who watches this video knows where to find one, has one that they're looking to sell, definitely DM me on Instagram or Twitter. The names to both are in the description below. Be sure to follow us on Instagram or Twitter. But if you have a Red Armored Ranger Battle as Leo from 1999 figure that you are looking to sell or know somebody who has one they want to sell, definitely DM me and let me know because that is something that I would love to add to my collection. Right now, that's at the top of the list. But overall, I mean, Lost Galaxy is a season I absolutely love. I highly recommend having parts like this commissioned by, I mean, so far, Timbri only does red parts. So, well, red painted, you can get them unpainted, and then you can just change the color to whichever. The only difference is obviously you have the lion symbols there and there. But overall, I mean, I highly recommend. If you love the Lights of Orion, definitely get these custom figures. The pieces are a good amount with um, Ranger Forge because I think it's Netherlands that he ships from. So shipping is a little steeper than I'd like, which is why I am so happy I got all three of these on eBay, and I got them for all three of them for what would be the price of one and a half, not even two of them. So absolutely amazing grab. Happy to see it added to my collection, and just wanted to get this video out there for video 100, for it to be something special. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I love Lost Galaxy. I'm going to be starting the Ranger review series soon, but I love Lost Galaxy because it broke the border of Power Rangers. From Mighty Morphin to In Space, we had kind of like the same old, we had the same cast going from one season to another. But Lost Galaxy broke it up where not only was it a completely different cast, it also hung on and did throwbacks to the past. Like we saw the Space Rangers return, the Psycho Rangers, Astronema, Corone became the second Pink Lost Galaxy Ranger. And it was our first time we saw the death of a Power Ranger. And not just one. I mean, there was the thing where we thought Mike died and then Mike was possessed by the Magnet Offender, which was a very titular character voiced by Kerrigan Mahan, who played Goldar in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Power Rangers Zeo. So there was also a throwback in that respect where they used a voice actor again for another role. So it was an amazing season by far, had an amazing cast, and in my opinion, I think it's one of the strongest Power Rangers teams and holds some of the best Rangers in their respective colors. I mean, it has my favorite Red Ranger, Leo, my favorite Pink Ranger, Corone. And to this day, of all, we're going on 30 seasons of Power Rangers. My favorite Power Rangers episode of all time is Facing the Past. I could watch that episode anytime, any place, and still just immediately love it because it's heavily focused on Corone, and her and Leo do a lot in it, and they're my two favorite characters. And we see the introduction of the Red Armored Ranger, Leo's Battleizer, which I very much love his Battleizer. So, that is all for the 100th channel video. Be sure, if you like this video, to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. As I said, be sure to follow us on social media. Look at the names of them in the description below to hit that follow button. And I'll be back with plenty more Super Sentai, Power Rangers, and Tokusatsu content. So, stay tuned.